I just have a hard time believing it's possible that I can do it. As you know by now, I've been here, because only a crazy person would attempt to do something they believed wasn't possible. You might not believe you can make a career in music. You might believe there's no way you can make music of a higher quality many times faster. You might believe that all of the things I've said so far are a load of nonsense. But what you believe is a choice largely determined by what you focus on. You see, your prefrontal cortex, that part of the brain where you think, what you call you, your conscious mind, has a significant limitation. It can't hold much in its awareness at any one time. Partly because of this, what you view as reality, your environment, your situation, your worldview, is in fact an infinitesimally small part of reality. And this includes what you think is possible and what you think isn't possible. So in this situation, who and what you pay attention to is incredibly important. So if you don't think you can do what the many music producers I help every day do, just ask yourself a question. Where are your ideas about what's possible and what's not possible coming from? Are they coming from your family? Remember, their goal is likely to be very well meant. Above all else, they probably want you to be secure. But let's face it, today, security is a complete fiction. How about your friends? But even the most wonderful of friends are unlikely to want to see you fly away every weekend and have the time of your life without them, are they? How about your teachers? Well, unless they're teachers who have actually done what you want to do, and let's face it, while teachers are awesome, ones like that are few and far between, are you going to listen to them on the subject of what's possible? Maybe you're listening to people just like you on forums or social media. Maybe they're telling you this is how you produce music, and if you don't produce it like that, you're cheating and will be found out and won't make it, and that you shouldn't use presets or samples or digital gear or analog gear or whatever other nonsense they've picked up from someone else on the forum. Maybe you're listening to people who are exactly the same as you, who are also having a hard time believing it's possible, so resort to shooting down other people with their supposed knowledge. And possibly you're even listening to the critics. You're reading those articles online slagging off pieces of music you love, and it makes you scared or believe you couldn't handle it. Listen, I've got 3 things to say about critics. First, no child wants to be a critic when they grow up. Second, no one has ever put up a statue of a critic. And third, precisely how many great musicians do you know who are also critics? This should tell you something about what you should do with what critics say. Now, I'm not saying that all forum members, or teachers, or friends, or family members, and even all critics are like the characters I've portrayed here. In fact, it's my belief and my experience that most people are awesome. But just because they're awesome, it doesn't mean you should believe them. Just question where and who you're getting your assumptions and beliefs from. And politely and graciously stop paying attention to those well-meaning folks who either don't want to, don't understand, or who have never done what you're going to do. Because there's likely to be a large number of people who you currently follow on Twitter or Facebook who are, as we speak, flying all over the world to play to thousands because of that music they've made sitting there on their own, peering at screens just like you. And there's even going to be some of them who are making a fortune and living a life they never could have dreamed of before they finished their first track. And if you can't believe them, then believe me, I made a living from music for years, and you know how and why I started out even more useless, unmotivated and scared than you could ever be. What's more, I did it when electronic music was a weird little underground scene all but ignored by the world. Just look at it now. And if I did it then, know this, it is perfectly possible for you to do it now.